Until his death in 1967, General Smith was a staunch supporter of education and an early member of the Marine Military Academy's Board of Trustees. The foundation was formed in 1970 as a means of expressing the Academy's official gratitude for the extraordinary financial support given for its growth and development. Throughout the years, we've recognized our most generous donors or designee into the foundation. This means a contribution in excess of $100,000. Inductees become lifelong fellows authorized to wear the blue blazer with the MMA crest along with the traditional gold watch. Tonight, we're honored to have a number of General H.M. Smith Fellows present, and I'd like for them to stand and be recognized. This year, we will induct 3 new fellows. The first recipient is Mrs. Judy Kutzenberger. Mrs. Kutzenberger is a native of Arlington, Texas. Her irresistible spirit was recognized very early when she was named captain of the Arlington Hornets. She went on to attend Texas A&I University, now Texas A&M in Kingsville, and graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Education. Arlington kids and their parents benefited from Judy's enthusiasm and professionalism for the next 16 years. Judy went on to become a certified librarian and then went on to go to Sam Houston University, where she graduated with a master's degree in library science. At the beginning of the 1992-93 school year, the Marine Military Academy was fortunate enough to lure her away from the local schools. For 23 years, Ms. Kutzenberger served as the mentor, educator, and example for our cadets. Throughout her time at the Academy, she's always kept the interest of the cadets foremost when accomplishing the library's mission. Her professionalism, compassion, and enthusiasm not only created a positive and inviting environment for our cadets, but it was also an inspiration for Academy employees. In May, Judy and John will have been married for 46 years. They have 2 sons, Kyle and Mac, and 4 grandchildren, with 1 more on the way, right? Sons, daughters-in-law, grandchildren, all live at College Station, which is probably the reason, or at least one of the reasons, that the Kutzenbergers are leaving the valley. Judy has been very active in her church as a member of the Delta Kappa Gamma Women's Educational Organization and in various organizations and businesses with her husband John. Some of these include the Harlingen Beef Club, the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Show, and the KY Farms, their family-owned farming operation and fruit packing business. It has been a tremendous privilege for me to have been able to work with Judy, and it is an honor for me to recognize her as an H.M. Smith Fellow. Cadets, please make the presentation. Warrant Officer reported into MCRD San Diego in 1975. Following boot camp, he attended the Armed Forces School of Music at Little Creek, Virginia. During his 23-plus years in the Marine Corps, he served with both the MCRD San Diego and the MCRD Paris Island bands. He also served with the 2nd Marine Aircraft Band, the Marine Forces Pacific Band, and he deployed to Desert Shield, Desert Storm with the 1st Marine Division Band. He has been an enlisted band leader, conductor, leader of the Marine Corps Jazz and Dixieland Band, and a trombonist. Chief Warrant Officer Harris retired from the Marine Corps in 1998 and came to the Marine Military Academy. For the past 17 years, he has taught basic and advanced music theory, music history, music appreciation, and percussion arts. He has been an instructor in our School of Leadership and is currently the drill instructor for Alpha Company and the bandmaster. I don't know which gives him the greatest challenge, being the drill instructor for 60 cadets or being the bandmaster for a band when he never knows how large the band's going to be, what instruments they can play, or even if they can play any of them. I don't know, have any of you heard the national anthem played when there's no trumpet in the band? I have. I can tell you, it doesn't sound like the national anthem. And we've had that occasion, and Warrant Officer Harris rewrote the music to accommodate the talent he had, and it sounded like the national anthem did. Chief Warrant Officer Harris has been the judge in high school and college jazz band and marching band competitions throughout Texas. And as a professional trombonist, he has performed with such notables as Bette Midler, Al Lovett, Elton John, Tina Turner, Tom Jones, and Billy Joel, just to name a few. MMA is privileged to have Chief Warrant Officer 3 Ed Harris on his staff, and I'm honored to make him an H.M. Smith Fellow. Our final inductee is Mr. Richard Hosi. Mr. Hosi was a consistent donor to the Marine Military Academy from 1997 until his passing in 2013. While he never had a son or a grandson or any other relative that we can determine attend the Marine Military Academy, Mr. Hosi believed in the Marine Military Academy and what it stood for. Mr. Hosi generously remembered the Marine Military Academy in his will, and I am honored to designate him a General H.M. Smith Fellow. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for the 2015 General H.M. Smith Fellows. Their contributions enable MMA to continue to provide superior educational and leadership opportunities for young men. I'd now like to ask Lieutenant General Weber, co-chairman of our Board of Trustees, to come up and introduce our distinguished speaker.
Well, good evening and howdy. My name is Joe Weber, and I'm very privileged to serve on Board of Trustees of the Marine Military Academy, and particularly with my co-chair, Joe Pollard, and all the board members that are here today for our board meeting. And I just want to tell you, on behalf of all of them, we're very proud of y'all. The cadets, y'all look magnificent tonight. And to the friends of the Academy, you look magnificent too. We thank you for your support. I always enjoy coming back to this school, and I've been coming back here really probably since 2000, while I was still on active duty, was the Marine Corps active duty advisory member. Because when you came onto this campus and the grounds and you saw the cadets that were here in the Marine Corps, we have this saying called squared away. Do you use that term down here, cadets? Squared away. Well, you are always squared away, and this campus is always squared away. And that tells you something about pride of ownership, and that's what Marines are about. Our work ethic and our pride of ownership, and we're very proud to be part of you. And to the parents that are here tonight, you've given this school your most precious asset, and there's a lot of responsibility in taking care of them, but we thank you for that. It's a privilege for us to be able to do that. The guest of honor, the speaker tonight, I'm not going to, you got one of these at your table. You probably all read about him already. Brigadier General William F. Mullen III. I don't know General Mullen that well, but I know that I love him because he's a United States Marine. I'm a United States Marine, and I love all United States Marines. And when I knew that he was coming down here to speak, and he serves as the director of the Marine Corps Development, our Capability Development Program up there in Quantico, but he's coming down to speak, I called my son, who is a Marine. He's not a real Marine. He thinks he's a Marine. He's an F-18 pilot, but but when he served with 6 Marines, the forward air controller, I said, "Now you're a real Marine, Clint." And he said, "I said, do you know General Mullen?" He says, "Well, Dad, I think I do." I said, "I think when I served as a forward air controller with 1st Battalion 6 Marines, I think General Mullen may have been the CO of 2nd Battalion 6 Marines." And I said, "The only thing I know about him is he was commanding officer of the 2nd Best Battalion in the 6th Marine Regiment." I said, "Okay, I got you, thank you." But anyway, he, I think something that I think I'm going to say about him without even knowing him is that he is a general officer, and I think he's the type of general officer that when he comes up there, he would tell you, if you had the question to him, "How did you become a general officer?" I think he's somebody that would tell you, "I'm a general officer because there's a lot of young Marines and sailors who served under me over the years who figured out how to make me look a lot better than I probably really am." And I think that's what really sets him out. He's had great tours of duty, garrison, peacetime, and combat. But I think he's truly a leader of Marines, and I think his Marines and sailors truly love him. And we're so blessed to have him here to deliver remarks to us tonight. General, thank you so much for taking your time to come and speak.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing tonight? All right. General Weber, thank you very much for the kind remarks, introductory remarks. Thanks for showing me around today. Magnificent campus. Never been here before. I think I was talking to Sergeant Major earlier, and when he picked me up at the airport, one of the things he told me was all he knew before he came here was what he saw in the magazines, 11 after the Gazette, top in the military academy. So he was always curious. And I had the exact same experience. I was always curious. So when I had the opportunity to come down here, I said, I knew that. And here I am. And I tell you what, it is just amazing to look out there and see all the young folks. Absolutely tremendous. Had a pretty good career. A lot of good things going on. One of the things that you may have noticed that's in the program is one of my former jobs. I was actually the President's military aide. 18 months with President Clinton and 6 months with President Bush. And a lot of people, for whatever reason, I'm not sure, are very curious about that time, especially that time with President Clinton. So I'll tell you a story from that time. President Clinton liked to sneak out at night. It's not what you're thinking. I hear something. It's not what you're thinking. Actually, he liked to drive. Believe it or not, he liked to drive. And nobody ever let him drive. So one of the things he liked to do, grew up in Montana, and out there on the open roads, nobody's out there, especially at night. And there also happens to be no speed limit. So he said, hey, we're going out tonight. He take a very small group of people with him, go out there on the highway. One of the things he didn't realize is, if you drive too fast or if you drive recklessly, they will pull you over. So we're driving, and he's going pretty fast. I can swear we caught air a couple of times. Sure enough, we get pulled over. State trooper on a motorcycle. State trooper, obviously probably a young guy, he's about, 2,300, 2,400. Real late at night, so I'm sure he's got the great shift that nobody wants. So he gets slowly off his motorcycle, comes walking up to the limousine. We're all sitting there going, oh, this is really going to be interesting. He's wearing his mirrored sunglasses, even though it's dark, because it's a state trooper, you have to do that. So he walks up, knocks on the window. President Clinton rolls down the window. Evening, officer, can I help you? The officer's just stuck. Just looking at him like, I don't believe this. He's like, excuse me a second, I need to talk to my supervisor. So he goes back to his motorcycle. The Secret Service has police scanners in the limousine. So the Secret Service agent in charge says, you know what, this is really going to be interesting. We got to listen to this one. He puts it on. And the state trooper called the supervisor, probably woke him up because it didn't sound like he was real happy to be called about that time of night. And state trooper says, hey, sir, I've got this guy who's going really, really fast. He's limousine. I pulled him over. That's nice. Give him a ticket. Why are you calling me? No, you don't understand. This guy's really, really important. Okay, so bring him back here. Arrest him, bring him back here. I don't care. Do something. What are you calling me for? No, you don't understand. This guy is really, really important. Well, who the heck is he? I don't know, but the president's his driver. Before I get in trouble for that, not a word of that is true, okay? First of all, I'll tell you, when you look at the resources that a nation has, you talk about oil, agriculture, great ports, all the different things that nations consider as strengths. There's one thing that few people ever talk about. And that's the youth of our nation. And how much we invest in educating them and getting them ready for the challenges ahead in life. Because all of you, like me, who've been around the block a couple of times, you understand life's tough. It's not fair. There's no easy breaks out there. You gotta be tough. You gotta know what you're doing. This school, from what little I've seen here today and what I've heard, this is the kind of place where you make tough people. You make people who can get out there and lead no matter what. No matter whether they go in the military, no matter what walk of life they go into, they're going to be able to lead. They're going to have the toughness to keep going when others fall by the wayside. Sponsors, the donors, the trustees, thank you for keeping this institution going. You're making an investment in the future of this nation. And in my mind, nothing is more important. The staff here at the Marine Military Academy, when you retired from the Marine Corps or whatever job you had before you came here, there's lots of things you could have gone and done. When I was talking this evening, said, hey, I could have gone off and been a millionaire. But he came here. He's not a millionaire yet. There's so many things you could have done, but you came here. And you're working with our youth. And you're making them better people. You are influencing the youth of this nation that come through your doors here. Tremendously important. And lastly, to the most important people in this room tonight, all you cadets. What you get here, the honor, courage, commitment, learning about teamwork, learning about leadership, you don't fully value it right now, trust me. You can't even begin to value it right now. Until you put a couple of years behind you after you've left here. And you realize how far ahead you are from the people at your age that don't go here or go to school just like it. You have no idea how far ahead you are. Because as I said, life is tough. some of you may have seen some toughness so far in your life to this point, but you haven't seen anything yet. And I tell you what, in the Marine Corps, we get a lot of tough young men and women. And watching them in action, sometimes you have your doubts when you see them on Liberty and see them on other places, when you deal with them in garrisons. Sometimes you have your doubts about the youth of America. Until you go to a place like Iraq or Afghanistan, and you see them in action, nothing like it. They have their magnificent moments that just take your breath away. And you realize, we're going to be able to do it. That could be each one of you too, because of what you're learning here. Never forget it. Take it away with you. Because for the rest of your life, you can look back at this and you know what? I'm very glad I did it. Especially when you run across those people that don't have this. So thank you again for the opportunity to come here tonight, talk to each of you. Wish you all the best of luck, especially all going off to college. Talk to a few. Have a good life. Sir Fidelis.
Years ago, our San Francisco trustees created an award that recognizes an outstanding American's contributions to our country. They titled this award the Iwo Jima Leadership Award. The first recipient of this award was the Honorable George Shultz, former Secretary of State. Other recipients include Mr. Stephen Bechtel of Bechtel Inc., Mr. Richard Fisher, President of the Dallas Federal Reserve Bank, former United States Senator Kay Bailey Hutchinson, former Texas Governor Rick Perry, General Haiti, the 33rd Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Conway, the 34th Commandant of the Marine Corps, and Texas Senator Eddie Lucio. Tonight we are honored to present the Iwo Jima Leadership Award to another deserving American, Brigadier General William Mullen. Would you please rise to the Marine Corps hymn? I'd ask you to go out and spread the word about MMA. The proof is in our product, these young men, and I couldn't be prouder of them. Thank you, good night, and have a nice evening.